I'm Dr. Leslie Jones. I own Woodlake Animal Hospital in Midlothian, Virginia, just outside Richmond. We've been here 7 years, but I've been practicing in Virginia for close to 12 at this point. The normal dog temperature is generally between 100 and 102 degrees Fahrenheit. However, heat stroke can start occurring as early as 105 degrees. Generally, if it gets up to 106, 107, 108, we generally have a fatal situation, no matter what we do. What happens, the body starts to frantically try to cool. The body actually vasodilates, meaning all of the blood vessels open up in trying to get the blood out to every extremity in hopes to try to cool it off. The dog can't pant hard enough to cool the body, and basically the kidneys start to shut down, the lungs start to shut down, the GI starts to shut down. There becomes what we call a clotting cascade that causes the body to start to throw clots all over its body because the body it burns up from the inside out, basically. It becomes very technical, but it's a very scary situation for the pet and generally involves seizure activity, clotting, and the dog dies, even if we cool them down quickly, and this can all happen very, very suddenly.
Hi, my name is Dr. Courtney Bowers. I'm an associate veterinarian with the Susan M. Markel Veterinary Hospital at the Richmond SPCA. We're a nonprofit veterinary clinic here in Central Virginia. A lot of people will falsely assume that pets can handle harsh weather because they have fur coats, and we think of them as predatory animals, so like wolves or lions and things like that. But we've actually domesticated them so much with selective breeding that that's not always the case.
We've domesticated all of these animals, and long ago we have bred out their ability, for the most part, to survive outside.
Most people that are tethering dogs, and I say most, not all, usually there isn't quite that bond there, right? There isn't that connection. Honestly, I have a neighbor that had the same sort of scenario, and I went over there often. Hey, can I walk your dog? Hey, can I do this? Can I help? But it was an outside dog, and nothing that I could do about it because the dog had shelter. It was too small of a shelter for the dog. But I went over all the time trying to give that dog some sort of interaction because that's all she needed. And the words that came out, "That's my baby girl." No, I even offered, hey, I can take her if you don't want her, or I can buy her, or I offered money, things like that. No, that's my baby girl. But he never spent a moment of time with that dog. He never knew when she got pregnant from a corgi that was in the backyard. Puppies died. They didn't know the puppies had even been born, let alone a couple of them died until I called animal control. So these things happen all the time. There's no connection. So they have little to no interaction with humans. If there's no socialization, yeah, they're going to have some trust issues. The only thing they know is the one person that's throwing food at them sometimes. That's what I see more often than not. And again, that's not always the case, but I'd say in my area, that's generally the case.
Besides the physical impact of staying outside in extreme conditions, also emotional or behavioral impacts have to be considered. There's a common thought that animals like dogs and cats have been outside for years, and that's how I grew up, that's how my family always did it. But I can definitely see some pretty significant behavioral impacts on animals that are left outside and don't have that social interaction or connection. We can see stereotypical behaviors like pacing or circling, constant anxiety, those sorts of things, because there's the misconception that just because they're outside, they're enjoying it, they're having the time of their lives, but in effect, they're left outside with no sort of stimulation or social interaction, and we've bred these animals to be bonded to us and to crave that social interaction. So by leaving them outside unattended, it kind of does the opposite of what we've bred them for, which seems very counterintuitive.